Now, if you watch the OGZ and FMW interview, you would see why Trell went on Biggest Bros. Shout out Pout Lord, House Phone, Yuri, Blasi. Shout out to them. Formerly reconnected or formerly disconnected, but Trell went on there and said that interviewing artists, the exact action that got him in the position that he is now, he is reluctant to do because of this.
Answer like one word answers, and then I'm like trying to struggle to get information out of them and all that shit. I'm not doing that shit no more. Fuck you niggas. I ain't interviewing. I'm not interviewing you niggas again, nigga.
Now it's crazy. This is when someone gets full of themselves. This is the exact example of changing, and not the good kind of change, but what we were introduced to you because of interviews. Yes, at the end of the day, it was a pretty good show. It had a lot of organic conversation, but it was surface level conversation. Nothing with any kind of merit or depth. When those artists came on, when people of prominence came on, you see that conversation and communication was stepped up a little bit. But for someone who is trying to compete with Adam 22, who taught you about bad podcasting, like, that's crazy. And here you are saying that you don't want to interview artists. Now, we're going to go to the OGZ interview. We're going to break that clip down a little bit, because that was so cringeworthy in terms of how they even controlled that interview.
I'm never putting myself through that shit again unless it's just something special, or niggas like, T-Rail, I really want you to do it, nigga, come fuck with me. I'll do it, but like one-on-ones and all that shit is out, nigga. I ain't doing that shit, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
No more?
That shit is out, nigga. I'm just saying, like, if it's just something cool or if it's special.
That's what I mean by, like, why someone, just from a boss's perspective, right? If you are hiring people or you are employing people to do a job, to provide a service, and this is a service that they did pretty well on, right? And now that you're on your own, you refuse to do this service that people have grown an affinity for you, towards you. Like, people enjoy you doing it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the Freeway Ricky interview, the dopest interview was sitting down with ODM Slim and seeing that dialogue can move so many things just by a simple conversation. And the fact that you refuse that now is just so distasteful. Like, who do you think you are now? Who are you for you to be at this point and refuse interviews and refuse one-on-one conversations? And the reason why is because one-on-one conversations require takes a lot of studying. It takes a lot of research and development to understand, like, what one person to sit down, rather than having like a group setting, right? Because when you have a group setting, you can just throw things off the wall, conversation just flows. But rather than having a one-on-one personal conversation, it takes hard work. So that's why he wasn't, you know what I mean?
That's what you come to me.
Yeah.
We know each other. We already built like some type of, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but was you interviewing like niggas like because like niggas told you to interview them, or then it was just like you genuinely fuck with these niggas?
I think it's because of the other one, right?
I didn't genuinely fuck with nobody.
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm wrong.
But I did, you know, it was certain ones like Joe Moses and, you know, niggas that I actually knew for a long time. But I really was just trying to sharpen my skills. You feel me? With random niggas I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to see what I could do, how far I could go, how deep I could go.
So he clearly just said sharpen my skills. So at this point, 1 year in, you don't need to sharpen your skills anymore. Clearly makes no sense to me. Now, if you go to the interview with him and OGZ, right? And I rock with OGZ tough. I've been to OGZ crib multiple times. I've had merch given to me personally. Not to me personally. I'm not gonna sit up here, cap. To the homie Mo Fago. Shout out Mo Fago. Go stream his music. Mo, M-O-E, Fago, like Fago. 2 O's. Don't forget the O. But yeah, I literally spent the night at his crib. I swear to God, at OGZ crib. So, and I understand the influence and impact he plays on not only the brown community, but the black community, right? On the West Coast, OGZ is a nigga, no pun intended. And to see him be treated by, look at this. To see him be treated by Duno, Duno wasn't really, I'm not gonna lie, Duno did well that interview. But Trell's lack of enthusiasm for one of the biggest artists on the West Coast, as if he's bigger than or has more accolades or accomplishments, is the reason why the platform that he is the head of is not doing so well. You don't see people coming off and dropping off clothes anymore. You don't see a chef making food over at FMW anymore. Those are expenses. And in order to have expenses, that's an overhead. And if you're not bringing in funds, that's called loss of profit. Just basic business 101.
Well, YG, it's kind of like he was taking like a lot of his fans to get those ticket sales, those hard ticket sales, huh?
We got the same fans, so I feel like they was coming.
Watch this. This is OGZ, platinum selling, literally one of the biggest artists on the West Coast. This is the response.
To see us both.
They was, but
I agree.
not enough to have your ass in no damn arena.
Nah. If you watch the show, if you watch the show, you'll be like, oh damn.
Nah, that shit was going on.
See, and if you can watch this visually, obviously I can't show it due to copyright. You would see the uncomfortableness of OGs. You're like, what did you just say, bro? Like, excuse me, who are you again? Didn't you get put on by Adam 22? I have your whole net worth on this chain right now. So OGs looked at him like, what are you talking about? And the sad part is it exploits the lack of development within the craft. If the only way you can podcast, the only way you can do content is making someone else the butt of the joke, at some point it dilutes, it fizzles out. And I'm not saying that's what's happening now, but that's what's happening now. Because you're speaking to OGZ, an established artist, like he's some kind of, like you above him or something.
I seen a couple of, I was like, damn, this shit going stupid.
Nah, yeah, that shit was going crazy.
No, that shit was going stupid when I seen that shit. I'm like, but especially when my nigga YG come off to that BPT, I don't give a fuck what that shit is. I don't give a fuck.
That laugh by OG said it all. I'm saying, like, yeah, let me get up out of here because this guy obviously didn't do any kind of research.
That shit go crazy.
Yeah, because I brought him out to at the Novo, and he came out to that shit. That shit was stupid.
We came out to that shit at the Novo. Me and the homie Smack at RJ show, cause he wanted us to host and like bring artists out or whatever the case may be. And me and the homie Smack came out to that shit. That shit was going crazy at that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, there it is.
That's a Novo?
Yeah, that's
Booming.
a Novo.
Man.
Like the biggest number one seller shit with your face on it.
So this last tour, I realized that everybody.
Hurry up. We gotta wait for this ad to go by, y'all. I can't afford premium right now.
Shout out to Cap City.
Y'all be on the look. Everybody on this motherfucker.
Hey, Rory, he gonna be sitting there.
Who you pay for?
A lot of shit is booming.
Yeah,
I mean, that shit different, especially if you really have them build your whole world.
Yeah, Chief Keef be doing that shit. Yeah.
Hey, and they charge motherfuckers to, their membership every month. That shit.
I'm finna get on that shit.
What you need to do, you need to go on like Kaiser Nash shit. You gotta go crazy.
Yeah, oh God, that's a pause. What?
No. on his stream.
But yeah, they're definitely gonna start having to do interviews. They're definitely, because it's so interesting. Because I've made these videos several months back, and all of these things are starting. So that's how I know I don't be crazy. That's how I know I got somewhat of a clue. I ain't the smartest nigga now, but I got somewhat of a clue of what's going on. Because I said all this months ago, and now all of it's coming to fruition.